Three wishes. Palestinian and Israeli children speak. Our first entry is from Artov, who's 15 years old. I have been in Israel only 3 months. I am from Russia. I miss Russia very much, even though Israel is very beautiful. I especially miss the food. My favorite food is plov, a special dish from Uzbekistan. There are a lot of Russians in Israel, so I can get Russian food here, but it doesn't taste the same as it does at home. I came to Israel with my family. I have one sister. She is older. Sometimes she is nice. Sometimes she is tiresome. She likes being here, but I think she also misses being at home. My parents wanted to come here. They wanted to live as Jews in Israel. Even though they loved their home in Russia, they still wanted to be in Israel. A lot of Jews have left Russia and come here. Russia hasn't liked Jews. Many Jews have been killed there. My grandparents told me about the pogroms, where Jews would be driven from their homes and killed just because they were Jews. That's why a lot of Russian Jews moved to Israel, so they would have a place where they could live and be safe. Even nowadays, it is not very safe to be a Jew in Russia. We hear stories on the news. Some people put up big signs along the roads. The signs say, "Death to Jews" and "Jews are garbage." When someone tries to take them down, the signs blow up because they have a bomb attached. Jewish cemeteries in Russia have been destroyed too, and rabbis have been beaten up. We live in Netanya now. It is on the Mediterranean Sea, north of Tel Aviv. It is lovely to live near the sea, and it is warmer here than in Russia. I like school. It makes me happy to see and learn new things. Phys ed is my favorite subject. I also love playing computer games, particularly one called Dragon. I came to Yad Vashem today with my teacher. It is a place where Jews who were killed in the Holocaust are remembered. We have been to all the buildings, and now we are in the historical museum. This is the last building to see. There are glass cases on the bottom floor of this building with toys children played with in the concentration camps. Dolls made out of straw, things like that. Seeing them made me think of what I would play with if I'd been in a camp. This whole place is like a park. Trails lead through trees from one building to another. Each building is for a different type of memory. The Hall of Remembrance is a big room with a fire burning all the time in the middle of it. On the floor around the fire are the names of the camps where Jews died. The Hall of Names lists the people who were killed. There is also an old train car, the kind used to ship cattle to the slaughterhouse. This one was used to ship Jews to the camps. It's up on a railway bridge, but the bridge stops, and the car is right on the edge with nowhere to go. I feel very Jewish being here, like I am connected to these people, even though my life is very different from the way theirs was. I understand a little better just why my parents wanted to move here. The Children's Memorial was the hardest to see. You go into it the way you go into a cave. When you first go in, everything is dark and silent. You follow a path, holding onto ropes until you start to see the lights. Small candles are lit everywhere, reflected over and over in mirrors so that it looks like the little lights go on and on. The lights stand for the Jewish children who were killed by the Nazis. The lights look like stars. Above, through a speaker, a quiet voice reads out all the names and ages of the children who were murdered. I can't talk about this anymore just now. I will cry if I do. Before we moved to Israel, we heard about the war that is going on here now. We knew it would be dangerous, but we wanted to come anyway. I will become a citizen of Israel, and so I will serve in the army. It scares me a bit thinking of becoming a soldier. We see on the television the terrible dangers soldiers are in. It is frightening what people can do to each other. When I finish with the army, I want to be a veterinarian or a magician. I know a little bit about the Palestinians from the news. It seems that they all hate us, but I don't know why. I have not met any yet. It is impossible for us to meet. We are separate people. My teacher says that 2 years ago, there were a lot of Palestinian students in Israel. She says it was good when Jews and Palestinians could meet and get to know each other a bit, so they wouldn't be afraid of each other. But they don't come into Israeli territory anymore. Now it is too dangerous for them to come. The Jewish people will think they are terrorists, and their own people will think they are traitors. So they stay with their own people, and we stay with ours.